Okay, that was a moment of silence for a minute there, buddies. I had to tell you that I have a campaign going on GoFundMe. I need the equipment for my ministry and my motivational speaking company for recording. I think we're going to use Pro Tools for the studio software, I'm believing. And we need the editing and all the boards and all the other stuff. I like the original stuff instead of all the technological stuff or whatever like that. But we're gonna do both. So what we're gonna do is get Pro Tools and get all the equipment for the recording and broadcasting and stuff like that or whatever like that. And it's at https the colon signs, the two slashes, www.gofundme.com motivational /ministry /equipment. So what we're needing is our motivational ministry equipment and stuff like that for our company. So if you could, at least throw me $1. You can throw $1. Everybody throwing $1. The highest, I'm asking for $400,000 or whatever, so that I can get everything started. I can get the building with that. I can get the studio with that. I can get a bought house for less than $100,000. I'm asking for some type of help, guys. I can get a house for less than $100,000. I can get the studio equipment, and stuff for about $2,000, and the other $1,000 is to pay up or get like the office equipment and stuff like that, or what. Well, you know what I'm saying. Excuse me. I know I can get a lot more with $400,000. I can get a lot. And so that's why I chose the price on that. But I'm saying to get a upstairs and downstairs studio going or whatever like that. One's a broadcasting or even a house built, or center blocks or something. You know what I'm saying? Go the cheap route. Get some center blocks and build a studio and throw some bricks on it or whatever like that. And make like one of those studio warehouses, or what do you call them? Lofts. Basically what I want is a loft. And what we're gonna have is a studio audience, a small studio audience space, or whatever. Like the space is gonna be like this, or whatever, right? For the studio audience, and then we're gonna have a stage and stuff like that to put people on stage. We're gonna have concerts. We're gonna have people on there from the ministry side of the entertainment field, poets and stuff from the ministry side of field, and all the people that are about positivity. And the ministry is an awesome thing, but I don't want to limit it because so many. Okay, put it this way: the holy churches and the holy books of life and stuff like that, that's what I want to hold to. Those are the people that are trying for God and Goddess. And that's why I didn't want to be biased or anything like that, because people will struggle you into what existence is not. And it is a book of prophecy and prophetic word and all that other stuff or whatever like that, because it's built by, even if it's built by man or woman or whatever like that, if they're talking at a continual pace of positivity, it manifests to bring people to life. And that's what I want you to know. You know what I'm saying? For the prophetic word and for the prophetic reading days of those books. And so I don't want to knock anybody's religion or anything like that or whatever like that, but I'm a Christian, but and I love it. I love the thought of I love the thought of the purity of Christ and all the other stuff or whatever like that. But being murked, I call it murked. He got murked, buddy. You know what I'm saying, for jealousy reasons and all this other stuff about him wanting to be holy, and holy, or his life was about holiness. Because he took to his parents' teaching who he is by the name of God, giving them the prophetic word that he's supposed to be a prophetic, icon, and deity and all that other stuff or whatever. So it's great that we find ourselves to want and seek holiness. Seek holiness, purity. Success is not holiness, guys. Success is success. Success is supposed to be a positive, but of course, yes, success is not ever supposed to be used as a negative or anything like that or whatever like that. So how can you find yourself to believe in negative success? Negative success does not exist. It does not exist, because what's positive about robbing a bank? Oh man, we did that so successfully, man, we got to go rob us another bank. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to go through that. Nobody wants them to use the word success off on robbing a bank. That's illegal. You're a criminal, you're a thug, and all this other stuff or whatever like that. You're a trailer park kid of trash. And so we don't want y'all to fall into the gamut of all that negative. So what we're asking is for $400,000 so that we can build the loft, a center block loft. We may, throw some siding on it or something like that to make it what it needs to be or whatever like that. Or we may just keep it as a brick like loft or whatever that you walk into, and the inside is decorated and redecorated over and over by season and stuff like that or whatever like that. This is my company is called Celestial Plantis Moral. Celestial is a form in which I'm trying to build like Disney. It's not an African American company because I'm black, or he gonna have a whole bunch of black cartoons on there and whole bunch of less white people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that, yo. I come from an army background, guys. I know Samoans, I know Koreans, I know Chinese people, I know Hindu or Pakistani. I know all them type of people, man. I you know what I'm saying? I've been with a gamut of Koreans and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so my Celestial Plantis is going to be an awesome ministry, and it's going to be an awesome kids venue show. Like, Celestial is going to be our cable box. Basically, the cable company is called Celestial, and the channel that will hold to that gamut of stuff is like Disney, like the family shows and the family networks and stuff like that. We'll have other network, family shows or family channels or whatever throughout Celestial Plantis Moral, system cable network, which is going to be some awesome stuff. It's all positivity. We're going to have different languages and stuff like that, where we teach different languages and stuff around the country or whatever like that. And it's going to be a wonderful thing. It is. It's going to be wonderful. We're going to have, a channel where it's going to be live stream classes and things of that nature or whatever like that get us to, bring us to the forefront of the existence, understanding and comprehension, and the manifestation of building a united country or united nations, and absolutely going ham, and as we get together, to build this company, it's going to be it's going to be auspicious, my friend. It's going to be so auspicious that you want to go get a cup of ice cream or something and smash it in somebody's nose. Like, look, it's auspicious. nose cone, ice cream on your nose, nosy. But anyways, but no, celestial plantis moral will absolutely, it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind because celestial is gonna be one of these companies that comes up with everything that everybody already has. If you reinvent the wheel, see, my mother and father and my stepfather and stuff like that, they always come at me. They're like, "Oh, somebody already has this," but it's that's your miseducation of your life that states that, what I'm saying, the miseducation of your life that holds to tell you that you can't make what already has been made. See, but if you knew intellectual property law, you know what I'm saying, everything out there that's generic, that's been in the service of life, off on being patented over 25 years to 30 years or whatever like that, you're able to delve into, because somebody else in 25 years or whatever like that is going to come up with the same like sort of system or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? The design is different because it's a different character. It's gonna fold like your units of stuff, like your cable box and your tablet and your computer. It's gonna fold into a way of itself of your character. So don't stop at that to not build. So the intellectual property law throughout the time frame of generic or patent law, you hold to that for 25 years, and then you're able to ask or buy into their product if you're close to their product unit or whatever like that. And or you could just make your own, and they're gonna be like, well, their service patent is out, it's still up to date, it's updated and all that other stuff or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? They throw a little new unit to it here and there, blah blah blah, and they find themselves to be able to reinvent the wheel, use that wheel for a new character, a new generation of artists and stuff like that. If reinventing the wheel was dumb to do, they would never have you throughout the same educational system over and over again, would they? You know what I'm saying? So we got math, reading, writing, science and all that other stuff that's a beautiful curriculum that they got structured out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's you send your kids back to the same stuff of what you've gone through, because understanding would go away if we built up a life of different languages and all that other stuff. Because I believe in a world of leaving and all that other stuff once you get ready to leave and all that stuff. But you gotta base yourself to put it under wraps in such a way, right? And so you die with the thought, and if you wake up with the thought again, and it reminds you, of your stuff, you're you're a successful thing off on what you put your life to. You know what I'm saying, for the building of your language and the world of your marriage. Because if you go alone with this single marriage language building thing or whatever like that, oh baby, it was my idea, you made more words than me, and you be complaining about I made less words, I would sort of have a problem. If you're complaining about it, now don't complain, right? Just understand each other, continue to build culture, build items, and different holidays and things of that nature or whatever like that, and talk to your people as the Lord. And Lord is, once you get to that level of stuff, once they put you as an administering spirit in the sign of the people. That's basically what it is. It's you in the spirit is an administering angel. That's what I figured out. You're an administrator. You know what I'm saying? They administer you to what? To talk to other people about their problems. They use your voice. They use your knowledge. And they place those people to turn into moments of where they condition their life to change or whatever like that. And they bring it back to you. And when they bring it back to you, then guess what? you've got a test and a trial, and it's not tribulation or anything like that. It's just a test to get you to a further manual of your excellence towards the condition of life. You know what I'm saying? You may have a topic that you fixed off in the administering spirit or whatever like that, and you thought it was slapping you in the face to wake you up. It was slapping you in the face of excitement. You know, hey, I just got such and such in them to stop, blah, blah, blah. And I just want to let you know about it, but I want you to write about it though. But so it sort of puts you through a little bit of what the test is to see if you trigger to recap yourself in the spirit towards the same wording of what that is. So you're sort of connected with your spirit with you, and it's off in the other way of other people as well. So you're sort of hearing them in your body, but you don't hear it. It's sort of muted. But the dream state that's over who you are is being lived in such a way throughout the centers of where you're at. And so it's awesome. It's awesome when those people are some good people, and they do good off on the prayer and the supplication of prayer and supplication and stuff like that to get themselves, you know, at a calm. You know what I'm saying? At a calm set of channels and things to build themselves up to. So we want to find you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Doing some great things for each other or whatever like that. So you fall into the administering angels and stuff like that. But we're here. I'm talking about, you know, I need the money. I do. I need you guys to help fund our project continually. It's not a continual thing, but you know, one company is for profit, one's not. One's a 501c3, which is the church and the ministry or whatever like that. But we're doing motivational speaking. We're trying to build a cable company and a broadcasting company, a radio station and a publishing company. And I'm asking only for $4,000 for the start of it, you know. And the scary thing about this, people, I get they call me schizophrenic because I hear voices, right? I'm like, why didn't you tell me that I was ordained by God or something like that instead of give me a check, you know? So you gave me a check, and I'm scared to get off this check. And like, if I get this $400,000. They gonna throw my tail away from the check. So y'all better give up a little bit of money and give me some audience members and like me. You know what I'm saying? You got to like me. And if you don't like me, go away. But don't go away that far that you are an away friend or whatever like that. Go away to come back and understand why you didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? And then figure out that you really do like me, but there's something about, you know, you may see me in who you are, but you're not seeing yourself as a speaker yet, or a writer, or excellent, you know, showman. I'm a showman, baby. How you doing there? Hi, honey. You know, and so you got to find yourself as a beautiful character and find yourself. Find yourself, you know, start writing. Like if you've had inconsistent moments in your life, let me let you know this. If you've had inconsistent moments in your life, you write everything that your life has been, because if you don't, you know, those people will become real people. And you know, if you've done something just so outrageous and outlandish, they will kill you off on an angel letting a life like come to life off on, just letting you think that you can get to that level. Or I don't know about death or killing and all that other stuff. I've never gone through it, so I really don't believe in it, right? You know, if you haven't gone through it, don't believe in it, because you don't want to believe in it for others. You just want to believe that you're out of the eye of the people. You know how you got a disappearing act, or like I was telling people, like your keys were right on the table, right? My keys are there. My keys were just there, and then you look there, and then 10 times over, they're right there. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't that make you mad? It's like my key, I know I looked right there in that spot and they were not there. But then I looked 10 times over and then my keys were right back there. So you cannot say that it does not remove or have you into the days of what those days are that you fall into, because you're finding yourself as a master. Now, if it wanted to ruin who you are, you know what I'm saying, and dag on your life, you would be ruined. You would absolutely, they would have you in the pits. Like, and I try to tell my mother, like, she always got a saying, like, somebody's dead, somebody's dying, and I'll be like, who are you? Sometimes, I'm like, Angel, you stop talking so I can go ahead and talk away from whatever you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It just comes from, like, the Noah of space. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Noah of space shoots out, like, messages that come from a level of, I don't know how to explain it. I do know how to explain it. It's like, it's just prophetic word. That's what it is. Like, prophetic, like, I don't know. Prophetic, some people may say prophetic and, like, not get anything, but it just comes out of nowhere. But it means so much to who you are when it comes out of nowhere, that you hear the senses in your body and your mind that connect with what it's coming through with, that that you hear the whole message. And you're like, oh Lord, I understand that. And then you look at yourself, you're like, oh my God, I would never think that you could read my mind or have a mind of connection, a channel that would channel inside of who I am so great that it would bring out words, out of my mouth, or you would know, or I could hear the words that I was about to say, like, so far before me, and all that other stuff. It's so awesome. It's a beautiful set of stuff. And so those prophetic channelings into who we are as a people and stuff like that come off to let us know, like, the amazement of future, past, present, and time and stuff like that. Like, it's perfect timing. Like, oh my gosh, how could that, how did it come out with the word that I would need? You know what I'm saying? How were you so close to my heart that, you know what I'm saying? And then you're like, oh my God, but you hurt my life though. But you're not really hurting the life, because you just want us to see what struggle is and strength becomes out of struggle. Because if you're held down, you're not just gonna hold yourself down, you're gonna want to get up. You know what I'm saying? Even if you were afraid and you were held down or whatever like that, as soon as that person leave, you gonna nudge yourself, and try to get up out of the hold, out of that restraint. You know what I'm saying? And try to get yourself away. So then as the time passes by, you try to get stronger and stronger off on pulling those restraints off you, and you get bigger and better and bigger and better. And then you figure out that existence knew that you didn't want to be held down, and start loosening it up. Oh, butters, start loosening up on you. And then you got your hand free, you got your legs free, and then you get up, you stand up, shake yourself off. Knew I was gonna get out of there strong, strong and unconfident. I swear. But you just got to be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Struggle is not there to weaken you. Struggle is there to strengthen you. And sufferance is the weakness on the part of yourself, not conditioning yourself to resist. You know what I'm saying? Before your tests start to arrive towards who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your parent, it's about a generational thing. See, generational curses are settlements of life settling down on who you are. Like, if you let life just hold to you, like I was saying, like, if you let life hold to you, you could sit for a while, like right here now. If we silence ourselves, you will hear the sound of settling over your head. Like you've been talking for a little while, or whatever you were talking about. It could be, it needs to be like a forward conversation of positivity, or whatever. But as you're talking, and once you stop, you hear the drop You hear the drop down that comes down over who you are, right? That's negativity. That's negativity about to strike you in the head, the mind, the body, the soul, and everything, because they want to tell you the spaces of outside the world and inside the world. They want to tell you that God ain't no good. Those are the negative people. You know what the other people did? They spoke up. They some of them spoke up. Some of them sat back and let the settlement come off on who they are, and was about to give them some good word right as soon as they was about to talk to brothers. I'll tell you. And so look, it's like, you know, don't let it settle on you. You know what I'm saying? Speak a word if you have to. You know, take yourself to a quiet room and be like, oh God, hey, how you doing? You joke with God. Be jokative, because that other you is boring. Oh Lord, I need the thou, thus, and please give me the way to the world of thee and thou. You know, please, cause I need some change in my life. You know, don't start talking about change and all. Talk about, be fun. Be like, Lord, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I think that you're the weirdest weirdo ever. You know what I'm saying? You got a long chin and everything. You know what I'm saying? You're like you long chin person, you know, just don't get vulgar or whatever. Just continue to conversate until you build up a conversation to where it feels, and you know that it's two people in the conversation, or even a crowd of people, an audience away from who you are, like the spirit audience, you know, holding you up as you're talking to yourself. And it builds you up like so masterful and so good, you know, that you change and rearrange the life, you know, for all your others and all your other people and stuff like that. That's what it is. It's waiting for you to master life. You know, it's waiting for you to master life. It's waiting for you to have a character of fun and funny. You know what I'm saying? There's no corny, and there's you know what I'm saying? There's no corny and funny. If you're trying to be funny and fun loving and stuff like that, your jokes get passed, bro. Your jokes get passed. You get an applause every time you start a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like we get it in our senses, you know what I'm saying, to laugh with you and of you and for you and all that other stuff. And we like it. I love laughter when it comes through me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can say it off in yourself where you're like, oh, I ain't even had to laugh at that, but I felt the laugh come out through me, but I laughed too, and I felt good about it. And then you can say that, oh, I felt the laugh too, but I didn't want to laugh no way. Why am I laughing? You know what I'm saying? But laugh. Take the spirit that comes through you as the laughter, and applause for other people to be encouraged. See, encouragement may be a stale. You may come to a point where you're around people and you're talking them up and it feels stale, right? The only reason it feels stale because they don't believe in themselves, my friend. And when you don't believe in yourself and you don't encourage yourself, be like, I'm a mighty man, I'm a mighty woman, I'm a girl of power, I'm a boy of strength and total intelligence. I'm the best. We the best. You know what I'm saying? Just we the best it. You know what I'm saying? Encourage yourself. You know, be some awesome stuff. You know, this is Holy Teaching Now Awesome, man. You got to be holy. You got to teach, and you got to be some now awesome stuff, man. You know, I'm here. Tremaine Littlejohn loves you. I love you. I love you. I want you to do good. I want you to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's about you. You know what I'm saying? It's about you encouraging yourself, getting the angels of the outfield to absolutely applaud you off on conversating to yourself and giving you an audience member that you notice off to. And you be like, oh my God, it feel like 100 people. It almost feel like 1,000 people around me. You know what that is? That's a future venue in life that you're already at, where God is speaking who you are, just waiting for you to catch up with the eyes and the body of mind of your spirit off in the bracket of people of where that's at. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful setting. Like once you get there, you're gonna have that deja vu moment. You're gonna get scared. You're gonna you're gonna be like, oh my God, I don't think I can even. I don't even think I can do it. But don't say that. Say I can do it. But I fear the thought that some people will not be changed. But I believe that the crowd of people that I will change will change those that thought that they wouldn't change. You know what I'm saying? You can't get every person, but you can get a gamut of people that will reinforce who you are, that will reinforce those that thought that negative thought about who you are, and then they will start to believe in you through other people, you know, that thought to reject you. And so just don't worry about it. Just believe yourself to be a master and hold yourself up and believe greater than the greatest thought of life. And, you know, once that manifestation comes, you know, you back into the past and you tell the past, look, change yourself for the better. You know what I'm saying? And you like, I got all better stuff in that past. What you talking about? What I need to change? Change your, you know what I'm saying? Keep all the old stuff, but find the new messages that click into, you know, because some people think that they've read into themselves so great that they have no more message or whatever like that. And they got to go outside the box of, you know, outside the box to find a message, which is the negativity about life and reoccurrence and stuff like that or whatever. And so that's not what it is. It's about you building up to a positive level. You use the negatives first. You be like, okay, every life is insecure. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Like at the beginning of life, every life is insecure. Because as soon as somebody turned their head to you in the classroom when you asked the question and you didn't know the answer to the question, and it was like, you know, just it was like, and when the teacher peered down on you, that settling came to you like, you're a dummy, you're a dummy. But you gotta learn how to teach your kids to say, hey, dummy that's saying I'm a dummy, you're not even a dummy. But you need to change your way. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to be a spirit over my head, you got to be a spirit over my head that's going to be a positive, motivational, encouraging, self-help, self-reliant, you know what I'm saying, confident set of stuff. You know, condition me to be a master at all things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and another thing I want to tell you about is like mathematics and English and grammar and stuff like that. If you can't get ready for that, to be your continuous schedule of things to do in college, and you know what I'm saying, if you don't go to college, you ain't got to go to college, you can get a tutor or whatever like that, or go like I tell people this, I tell them to go online, you know, that ABC Mouse drink. I think ABC Mouse is not, it's not an ABC Mouse, like it is a school, I think so. ABC Mouse is a program of software. It's an application. But I'm saying, like, they have Head Start, learning and all that other stuff. Go all the way back to the beginning, because your kids are learning new maths every day, man. They got new math calculations and all that other stuff. And you keep up with them, yo. You can throw toe to toe, boy. You be in a boxing class and like, baby, I got you. Ugh. Knocking them out, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you do. And you excite them because you're on the same, you're not on the same level, because you have a different character that excites them, that brings character to the curriculums in which they learn and stuff like that. And then you got those middle end seam jokes that are coming out, you know, that make God laugh in the future, that they rehearsed to rewind and fast forward times so many times over that you zoom, it runs through you so fast that it misses the mark, but then somehow it runs right through you, and you come up to that same exact moment of excellence. It's some beautiful stuff. And so as you build yourself into that propheticness, it does, it channels into you to better your life, and it looks for you to strive for the struggling of, not the struggle, but the strivings, yeah, strivings, the strength. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some strength now. So you gotta strive for the existence to be a master of your condition to become master. You know what I'm saying? You're not here to just be a servant. You know what I'm saying? You're a servant for a reason of, you need to learn how to follow, because you must be trained before you can ever do this task. Because if you don't train yourself to get this task done, yourself is going to be lacking behind, and you're going to do it wrong. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to make yourself sick and all this other stuff. So you train the way we put you to the test of what we're training you to condition you to do it right. And as you do it right, you become a master. But look, you're not the headmaster or nothing like that. Even the headmaster is not the headmaster. We all have somebody to fall into, to believe that, to believe in. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that it runs out, it runs in to you. Because, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't run out on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think of it like, oh, God has a master. Oh, God has a master. Yeah, God has a master too. It's called existence. You know what I'm saying? Existence can be any and everybody and everything. Existence cuts itself off part by parts, marriage by marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because it has a set of marriage worlds that it wants to build out here in the future of time, that it's seen great marriages, manifest. The higher you think, the higher you rise. I believe in to build a language for a world and all that other stuff. I believe in I'm receiving it and all this other stuff or whatever like that. So I'm looking for my advancement, not to godship. I am saying that, and I'm believing myself to godship, but it's at a lower level that honors that honors the thought of what my existence was from where I was at. So don't go searching world out or whatever like that. But I'm gonna finally tell somebody. I've been holding my name of my world for like forever and a day. But it's a cut off world for a many year of a balance of marriage and foreverness with my wife. And you know what I'm saying, and I'm asking existence not to give us children until a series of a couple, you know what I'm saying, 100 years or something. You do a couple hundred sessions of life, you know what I'm saying, before we had them kids, man. But the relationship and building other people and stuff like that, there's no missing piece because I don't have a child or whatever like that. I am the child. With a wife, she is your love, man. She is your child. She is your funny. She is your greatness. She is your power. She is your love. She is your slave. She is your master. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, the couple love is some awesome stuff. But if that ever breaks up, what's the world gonna look like, yo? You see the earth? The earth is something else out here, ain't it? The earth is some new stuff. It's a marriage, a broken marriage that we need to try to repair, or help it divorce itself out of, but help those in the divorce part find themselves to the point where they're building their life into existence and building their language back up to the fullness of what they want to hold to or whatever like that, where they're asking, because they're a superpower, you know what I'm saying? They got a world, bro. We in a world of a marriage that's a divorce or something, or some weirdo. You're not a weirdo, I love you. But y'all got some problems. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got us getting married and all this other stuff out here in the world or whatever. But it's a trip, but we want y'all to channel, if it's a four-set because of divorce and all that other stuff. How are you gonna do it but work together to foreset that life together, not to see each other anymore? Plus, you're gonna have to relearn your next set of stuff. So actually, what I think you need to do is hold the generation, hold every generation asleep besides the next generation, where you push out and you pull out and you give new ownership to what existence is. And if you give that new ownership to the marriage of what you give it to, for the ownership for just a little while, because you know it has it, unless it you know what I'm saying, you want to let go. We're gonna pray for a world for you, a new world for you, and we thank you. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking though. But look, I'm actually believing for you though. You know, so for the fourth set, the two marriages in which need to heal themselves, you're scared to remove yourselves from the superpower, because you know that you're gonna forget, and you're gonna become you're either gonna become superpower. You know what I'm saying? You're either gonna be superpower, forgetful, amnesia, or Alzheimer's. You gonna have some Alzheimer's or something. Yo. They gonna wipe your mind, nigga. I mean, anyways, they gonna wipe your mind, buddy. But anyway, they really are. They gonna wipe your mind. But you know, deja vu is the total thing. Rewind, fast forward, pause. Now say that's an amazing thing, yo. You see yourself in a video and you know that it said the same words that you said, recorded it in black and forth and all the other stuff. How could y'all be scared when you know that is what it is? You know what I'm saying? You just don't know what you're going to look like off on the next life, if it's going to change you and make you struggle and all this other stuff or whatever like that. But I wouldn't be scared. I would just go for the go. I would go for the go of it and heal what the earth needs to fall into and all the other stuff or whatever like that, and you know, give back to the thought of advancement for, you know, the people of existence and the animals of existence and stuff like that, to you know, be, you know, at the advancement of what they should be. Because, you know, as a person and as a people, you know, even the insects should have voices, man. They got some big insects out there, boy. You got a tarantula or something like that, hey, do not bite me. I'm not gonna bite you, baby. Blood sucker. And so, you know, you don't want the tarantula, like, you know, getting stepped on. You know, have a sound off or something. A laser radar gun or something that hits you in the head. Hey, you're about to step on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, golly, keep everything a living, you know. And then another thing I'm trying to tell people that you know, go to the stores, get the food that you want to eat and stuff like that. You don't have to become a vegan and all this other stuff. Just eat healthy. Don't consume a lot of food or whatever like that, but eat a balanced, you know, balance it out, and don't eat, you know what I'm saying, segment the days where you eat a little bit and you balance out. You eat some, you don't eat that day, you drink more liquids, and then instead of eating and all the other stuff or whatever like that, balance yourself out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Life and existence can balance you out to the point where you don't fall into the bracket of you know, you don't fall into the bracket of feeling sick or anything. It already has balance out there. You know what I'm saying? We just go through stuff because it builds character of who we are, and it builds lessons for who we are and stuff like that. And plus, the broken marriage got all these other settling issues that are settling over our head, the immorals and, you know, all the other crazy stuff or whatever like that out there. And so we don't want that to fall and settle on us anymore. But you need to hold your marriage and, you know, wake up those people. Don't take them with you. Marriage of what this thing used to be. You know what I'm saying? Advance somebody soul to the level of what it should be. You know, the credible love, the new authorship of what the existence needs to be and stuff like that, so that you guys can rechannel and rewrite the books of y'all's marriage if you guys have split up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of stuff to go through. You know, I think I'm building every language. I'm taking every color and I'm holding it up. But y'all got too many colors of the same color off in the earth. Like y'all some crazy people. You got a lot of white people, black people here, Oriental people, and all the other Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and stuff. We all beautiful people, but I'm saying you got just too many types of the same type of color. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful to have character and all the other stuff, roaming around the earth and all the other stuff like that, but it doesn't make any sense to advance the life of one over the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, if you want to make kings and queens, make them all mixed couples. You know what I'm saying? And make that the genre of what it is. You know what I'm saying? The mixed couple kings and queens, but then they got the gamut of happiness, color code, having fun. You know what I'm saying? The mulattoes are the kings and queens and stuff. But it's beautiful, y'all. So if you could help me at www.gofundme.com motivational/ministry/equipment, and you should pull up my page to help me. It's gonna be like I'm asking for $400,000, guys. It really is. I'm trying to get a loft built, and a small loft so we can broadcast and record and all the other stuff or whatever, with a small audience, or a small audience setting where they're seated up in the audience or wherever it's at. You know what I'm saying? However it's seated or whatever like that, once it's made. But Celestial is going to be something else. It's going to be something else. It's going to be the family home network of teaching your peers and your kids and the adults and everything, like all kind of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving the part where we're gonna have like the live stream for languages and all that other stuff, where they're gonna be able to like be in the class. Basically, we're gonna enroll you in a class like every year to catch up, or every 6 months we'll do a segment of beginning sessions of what those things are, or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? It'll be it's probably just gonna be a free thing. If we do it as a free thing, then from those countries or whatever like that, trying to get set up for the teaching of their language and stuff like that or whatever, we'll get proceeds from them. Trying to get who's the best student in your class. Because what they'll do is pay for the textbooks. They'll pay for the textbooks, and they'll pay for the material. Yeah, they'll pay for the textbook. And they'll pay a little bit more, like a preview channel or something like that. But the less you charge them, the more customers you'll get, right? And so it doesn't matter if we have a big set of classes at first with a lot of audience members or whatever. What it's gonna be a following text of how to pronounce what the word is, how to write the word, and the grammar and the English and the mathematics side of it and all that other stuff or whatever for the language or whatever like that. And you take it serious. Don't just take the class and be like, oh man, I just started this class, man, it's over. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you to do that. We want you to fully wait until God gives in and gives you the time, because God is not struggling. God already knows how to hold in a classroom. You know what I'm saying? Hold still, get the lesson and all that other stuff. What they're trying to get you to do is sit for a little while, hold in, and condition your body to fall into the order of what it's supposed to order into, which is the classroom. And so the classroom is holding for you to hear somebody raise their hand, ask a question or whatever like that. And then you get like these channel sessions where it's time for you to throw towards whatever that person is. And if you miss that opportunity, you stalemate the whole class. And that's what we want to talk to you about, and that's how we want to talk to who you are, because that stalemate was a spirit, and a spirit sound that the whole class heard into and held to as the acknowledgement of the best side of God and Goddess, and for the acknowledgement of intelligence and intellect. And so, to be very intellectual, the truth should set you free. So for the intellectual and smart and positive and correct side of life and stuff like that, this is how we're supposed to talk. This is how we're supposed to been talking or whatever like that. But people don't talk like that, or some of them get afraid to talk like that because spirit does this, spirit does that. Spirit does a lot of things, but what I'm saying. But it's waiting for you to condition yourself so the forward of time can step back. So the forward of time can step back into who you are, tell you how great you're doing in the future because of your condition of the present. Now, your condition of the present had nothing to do with the lessons that you were taking, that you had to answer a question into, or nothing like that. It was more or less the confidence that you were building, the self-esteem that you were building, the go-getterness and stuff like that, because the present time was setting you up so many times, because existence was in the future. Existence was in the future, like holding up on your body as you could hear the sound of the future being built and all that other stuff or whatever like that. But the sound of it was it was frustrating the human. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I don't know what's going on. You getting frustrated because of energy and power coming through you back and forth, and you're not talking the channel situation that manifests better life. You're more or less getting upset, like, oh my God, I can't believe I feel like this. You're supposed to oh my gosh, I feel a little funny. You know what I'm saying? I feel funny. So if I feel funny, that means something's happening. There's a working in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And so as that working in the spirit comes through, you got to start channeling and taking, because God's in the same settlement over there in the future that's settling down on you. It is. It's settling down. All the you got to believe. Listen, the negativity all the way in the future, right? You in the future get negativity from and flack from other people and stuff like that, and you're connected to the future off on some of the spirit that's with God and stuff like that. And God is like, look, you ain't gonna see me irritated. You gonna see you get irritated and not know that I'm being irritated because such and such and such and blah blah ain't listening, and they talking and I'm listening. Basically it's somebody talking in the future time or whatever like that towards God or whatever incorrectly or whatever like that, and it's filtering through who you are, and it's waiting to say, like Job, watch me do this to Job or whatever like that. He not curse me. And so now I understand that part now, right? I do, I really do, because I'll be mad sometimes, like, yo, I'll be getting frustrated, but now I know that's my prophetic word for the day. And so that's what it is. It's God in the future being talked down, and then it's trying to come to you and be like, watch my servant Tremaine, not even curse me for getting him mad. Watch him figure out what to do. Watch him find something great and masterful to hold to, and be enlightened by even the slightest irritation. No, he knows that irritation ain't nothing but a channeling of something challenging God and Godtus, an existence of moral and all that other stuff and stuff in the future bids of time, And now that I know that, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better at holding good for. I'm gonna say irritation ain't nothing but my test to show somebody that I'm not gonna get irritated. I'm gonna find something good to do. So every time I get irritated now, I'm gonna go make me a video. I'm gonna go write me a book. I'm gonna go make me an excerpt or a booklet excerpt with quotes, or I'm gonna write a set of paragraph I'm gonna write a paragraph excerpt, um, a small manual or something. You know what I'm saying? Or I may invent the wheel, reinvent the wheel. You know. So I'm getting happy about this. So every time I get irritated, I know it's somebody talking God down in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't me. It ain't me. It's another set of people. You know, because if it was me, then it's gonna be a bigger felt set of stuff. It's gonna be like, yo, man, you talking me down like a dog, and I'm finding your stuff. Nah, man, let it be other people doing that or whatever, and them get the scene and the sight of what the present time, while they're in the future coming back to see what God is talking about. You know how that the Christmas movie with Scrooge and all them, where they go back in time, back and forth in time, and they show him this, and then he gets the lesson. Oh yeah, he gets the lesson, and then he knows what to do and how to treat each other and treat the people and all that other stuff, whatever like that. That's basically what it is. So they were needing to get the lesson of how to treat God and talk to God or whatever like that. And if you mess it up, it's gonna be like, yo, that nigga just like me, man. I'm about to buck in the spirit, yo. You ain't bucking. You ain't gonna buck too long, yo. You in the spirit too. You think you powerful too, buddies, don't you? Something else. Put them dukes up. Put them up. Put them up. Sure. And so, as we get bigger and better towards the light of what we're supposed to be finding, and I'm trying to tell you, like nuns and priests, I wanted to be a priest, and I still want to be a priest or whatever like that. And but don't be alone though. You know, find your marriage and find your world. You know what I'm saying? Please do, yo. You know, it's not gonna be it's not as many people out here in the world that you really think it is. It's a lot of it's a lot of sight of what we see, but these are past lives of a lot of people, a lot of past lives and stuff that already have maybe their world and existence and stuff like that or whatever like that. And we just lucky to come through and have the moment to believe and challenge and stuff like that to get to a marriage of new. We're a new birth, a new generation. You know, I'm 1979. I'm 38 years old. I'm about to turn 39 in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm happy about the situation. Once I turn 40, man, I'm gonna do a jig, yo. Cause I said at 40 years old, I'm gonna be a millionaire too, yo. My mom keep on telling me I said I was gonna be a millionaire at like 2 years old or something. I don't know what they talk about. I ain't never remember that. I'm saying, but they keep on telling me I said that or whatever. But you know, I understand that, but it's not about the millionaire status. It's about how many people I get to help, and I'm glad that I figured that out, and that I help myself, you know, build up and condition myself to want to challenge and change, you know, the aspect of what everything is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love the fact that we get to reinvent, you know, what we're in, but you know, to respect what we have off on the good note of what it is. You would give yourself to the world over and over and over again just to rehearse the lines and say, please Lord, let there be a piece of me that remembers the removal from the world that you've given your peace to be at peace for who they are off on the change and the challenge and the rehearsal of their life and their existence and stuff like that, to see that work its way into the fullness of what it is, that it snuffs you out so great that it kicks you out. But it kicks you out to your world to know that you just got a whole set of people a whole set of people that's maybe disobedient in that game and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Talk you down, buddy. You know what I'm saying? They gonna talk you down, but you ain't got to worry about it. You know, you put some rules and regulations on that, and you give them power like you're supposed to, and you let them know. You know what I'm saying? It's not about nothing but the holy. It's not about anything about, begging about new stuff or old stuff or whatever like that. We want you to create. We want you to be a co-creator, with who we are, to help us build and build the structure of what our creation is. In many facets and many ways of what that creation is. You know what I'm saying? If we have different languages, we want different culture looks, because that's what we were taught on the earth. So we want to take that generic patent and take it over there and put it together or whatever like that. For the newness and the fullness of what the world and structure is going to be for that or whatever. And so what we want to do now is take into this world and be like, okay, Lord, what is the structure that you need out here, that we can plan out here, that you want it to look like, so that we can put it together? Do you want me to figure out of the generic designs of what's out there, or do you want me to do something new for you? Build you a kingdom, or build you a store, a shopping center, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What can I do for you while I'm here? Until you kick me out, send me home. It says in the Bible, we are of this world, but we are from this world, but we are not of this world. And I'm taking to it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going with it, brother. Okay. So just get ready for all that. We're another hour in, my friend. So look, it's been a beautiful hour. I want you to keep yourself together. Please help fund my GoFundMe.com. It's www.gofundme.com. Motivational Ministry. It's www. or https, the two dots or whatever, semicolon or whatever, or dots. I don't know what it is. I guess that is a semicolon. Told you I need to learn some stuff. And then the / / or whatever. Then www.gofundme.com motivational / ministry / equipment. And so basically with that $400,000, we're gonna try to get a building and stuff like that or whatever, so we're gonna fill that building up with the stuff that we need to record and produce our stuff and stuff like that or whatever like that. We're also building a newspaper, which is, let me get it real quick. Yes, we are building a newspaper. Yeah. Let me see here. It's like three different newspapers that we're building or whatever like that. So but it's under Celestial Plantis Moral. Let me see if I can find it. It's around my neck. So I gotta get this. I gotta get me a coated daggone stupid, what you call it, thumb drive or whatever. Okay, let's see. Let me open this up real quick. And Celestial Plantis Moral newspaper. And there's two more, which is real cool the way I got it structured or whatever like that. Like the paper is like really long. You know, it's a bit like, you know, what do you call that? It's a bit like a regular newspaper basically, but it's the regular size newspaper. But the way I got it's like a magazine more or less, because I have like the backdrop as a it's a picture of whatever it's supposed to come out to be. And you know what I'm saying, I'm using mostly African American pictures or whatever like that because I'm black or whatever. But you know it's I'm gonna whatever holds my color up for my ambiance to hold to the paper or whatever like that, because I'm not gonna run away from that, you know, because I believe that that's gonna stalemate my right and my gift to my paper or whatever like that. So, but that's for that one or whatever like that. That's Celestial Planta's periodical motivational speaking and writers union gazette. And the other one is, so pray about this, guys, because I talked to the Progress Index and some other papers. I'm gonna go ahead and call and ask them about, you know, the publication. Progress Index told me that all we have to do is send a PDF file, and they'll produce the papers or whatever like that. And so that was pretty cool about them, you know, that they'll produce the paper or whatever like that. But I'm actually wanting to get my own newspaper. They actually closed down the paper in the daggone town that I live in, the Hopewell newspaper or whatever. I was so mad at that. I was about to ask them, you know, I was about to give them a couple ideas of what to do. But I heard they closed down or something like that or whatever. So that's sort of crudgeless. Alright, next one is called Celestial Planta's newspaper. And then we have Celestial Planta's Moral, the Brand National Gazette. Correctness matters, monologues start and continue. Basically, the monologue means like we're gonna talk at you and you're gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? We're not giving you no questions because everything that we're gonna be saying is total correctness or whatever. But we'll give you a chance to talk. But it's only the way you you start talking into us, where you start channeling into the right positive way to talk back, so we manifest to grow, right? That's the only way you're going to talk. Otherwise, you hit the monologue on them. Burp. I know you hear me. It's like we mute you, but we keep on talking. It's like the womp, 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 womp. That's how you're going to try to mute us out, but we're going to still hear us. And then the other one is the brand marquee. The brand marquee, like, the study of it is like the brand that we are as a company, or all the companies that we're going to be reviewing and stuff like that. Basically, it's a review a newspaper that talks about business, education, finance, you know, relationship, the beauty of cosmetics and all that other stuff to put yourself in a beautiful light of, you know, dressing yourself up, being a clean person, and, you know, getting dressed up in different fashions and stuff like that or whatever like that. We'll have fashion in there too, as well. But it's about the brand company that it's called the Brand Marquee. I think it's periodical or Gazette. It might be Gazette too, but or no, I think it's just basically newspaper. You know, the Brand Marquee newspaper or whatever like that. So the brand means, you know, the brand companies that we're going to be reviewing. The brand stands for something. Like brand stands for, you know, you're a name brand thing. You know, you got to be a beautiful, like, name brand company. Your company means something. That brand has a signia or a logo on it that means something to the people. And then the marquee or the mark means, you know, the marketing of how do you market your product. We want to know the brand of your company, how you market your product, and what's the key note or the key features of the product. We want to know the key notes of your product or the key functions of your product, or what's the key to the formula? What's the formula, the key to what it is about that product? And then the hold on, brand key, the brand key mark, or the brand mark key. And the key at the end of it is basically want you to give us some key points about what the brand is, what life is about, and what I'm saying, the key points of life, or the key points of the business, key points of this and that, and so the brand mark key, and that's what it is. And so that's that. Okay. Where? So basically, that's basically it, though. But I'm trying to get everybody to help out and build this company and this philosophy of beautiful awesomeness. We'd love it if you guys would fund us at GoFundMe.com, Motivational Speaking Ministry Equipment, or motivational/ministry/equipment at GoFundMe.com, www.gofundme.com, and help us get the $400,000. If it goes over $400,000, guess what? I'm gonna be ringing the bell like ding ding ding. I'm gonna ring that bell, You know what I'm saying? Because we got to build the building for, we got to get the studio building or whatever like that, for the audience members and all that stuff. We're gonna build a loft, because the loft is better. It's a better suited set of stuff. It's a high, the upstairs could be like the practice area for those that come in, and those of us that are holding up the company for the production of our products, or whatever like that, going out there or whatever like that. And the bottom half can be like the audience, the broadcasting side of it and all that other stuff or whatever like that. So, and that's how we're going to do that. And so go to GoFundMe if you need to, raise some funds and give back to GoFundMe. GoFundMe gonna give, they gonna take something, but give back to their the system or whatever like that. You never know how good a person's doing throughout their business or whatever like that until you give. And so just start giving, and that's what we're needing out of everything or whatever like that. I love you guys. This is Tremaine Littlejohn at Celestial Plantis Moral. Holy Teacher Now Awesome. Tremaine Littlejohn is my name. Or my name is Tremaine Littlejohn. Holy Teacher Now Awesome is my motivational speaking name. And I just love to love you. Give me a call if you need counseling. Give me a call at 804-368-5339. And if you need me for counseling, for a real session of counseling or whatever like that, give me a call at that number, or email me and let me know. And it's $100 for counseling, for a 55-minute session. It's not a full hour, because I need the 5-minute bracket to get ready for the next call that's gonna come in or whatever like that. So I'm gonna need that 5 minutes. So it's a 55-minute session for $100 or whatever like that. And so that's basically what it is. I'm trying to build an assessment test right now. For right now, it's just going to be like basic conversation. Not basic conversation, but helpful conversation. We'll talk back and forth or whatever like that. You'll be helping me. I'll be helping you. Hopefully I'll be helping you more. So just give me a chance. I'm trying to better myself throughout my life and all that other stuff. I'm brand new, so just give me a chance. Give me a call at that number, Celestial Plantis Moral, Celestial Plant Us Moral at gmail.com is my email address. Give me a call there. Give me an email there, and give me a call at 804-368-5339. This is Tremaine Littlejohn. It's Holy Teacher Now Awesome with Celestial Plantis Moral, saying peace.